Let's explore the elements associated with Taurus. Taurus is associated with money, your bank account, your possessions, stability, the second house, so on and so forth. Now, Taurus is also ruled by Venus. And we'll just put the symbol of Venus. This is a symbol of Taurus. Now, when we think about Taurus, because it's ruled by the planet Venus, which is all about harmony, the aspect of harmony that Taurus represents is beauty. Taurus is heavily influenced by beauty, physical beauty. Taking it a step further, when we think about Taurus from the perspective of beauty in the material realm, how does that come about? What brings about this beauty? When we break down Taurus, the letters of Taurus, it breaks down to the number 1, which is a number of integration, the number of knowledge, the energy of the sun. The sun also represents beauty on the tree of life. The 6th spear on the tree of life, or Sephiroth on the tree of life, is beauty, which is the energy of the sun. So when we apply beauty to all of these things, whether it be your stability, your possessions, your bank account, your money, which can be said to be the same thing, to have beautiful possessions in your home, to wear beautiful clothes, not necessarily expensive, but beautiful to you, that influences your aura. When we are doing things in the material realm and going about our life, and we feel beautiful physically, we like the way we look in the mirror, we like the way we can coordinate our clothes. Not just put on clothes, but can coordinate the colors. To get deep into that science, being able to coordinate properly, to emit certain frequencies into the ether, we observe and assess beauty and how to create beauty and harmony in our lives. Whether it be you look at your bank account and you like what you see. You look at your home and your stability and you're satisfied with what you see. You may not have much. You may not have it all. You may not have the best. But what you do have is beautiful. Because you made it that way. Not because you had a certain amount of money or you didn't have a certain amount of money. It's what you did with it. Can you create and manifest beauty from what you have? Whether you have 1 million or 0. That's the challenge. Can you still see the beauty in life when your bank account is on E? It's easy to see it when you got a bunch of zeros behind the numbers. It's not really challenging. It's a little bit more challenging when you don't necessarily have the resources right in front of you. They're all in the mind. When you have to take these ideas out of your mind and solidify these things in the material realm. That's the energy that Taurus represent, being able to manifest beauty in this world, whether it be in your magical workings or just your everyday happenings. Either way, to be able to manifest beauty and harmony in your life is the secret Because if you can manifest beauty, no matter what your situation may be, this allows you to harmonize your energy so that you don't emit a frequency that draws to you negative circumstances. Because some may feel like they're already in a negative circumstance. Money is a very big deal in this reality. Money is a very big deal. You either have people that have it or they don't have it. You have many people in between. But money is relative. $1 million to somebody who never had that before, it will overwhelm them. But $1 million to somebody who gets that every day, it's not really a big deal. It's all about perspective. That's how you can produce beauty, to understand that everything is relative to the observer, so that you can still see beauty in things around you, even if you have it or don't have it. To be able to produce beauty from within the deepest chambers of your mind is the secret of Taurus. Let's take it a step further, because now we're going to flip this whole script and show you a different side of this. Now we're going to get into the manifestor of the mystery. What does that mean? Let's find out right now. The manifestor of the mystery. What is that? The perfect symbolism to represent this idea is Babylon. Now, when most people think of Babylon, they think about an abomination in the book of Revelations. This scarlet woman, right? And let me give you a visual of what I'm talking about. This is a hierophant, which is Taurus, as we see at the bottom right-hand corner is the symbol of Taurus right here. When we look at this imagery, the hierophant, which is Taurus, when we look at it from the tarot, the mysteries of the major arcana from the tarot, the fifth secret, because the major arcana means secret. The major secrets, the fifth major secret, rests within the imagery of the hierophant. Let's analyze this before we move to Babylon. We see that the hierophant is sitting on the bull. The bull is a symbol of Taurus. We also see that we have a woman below him who is holding a crescent as well as a sword. She represents the scarlet woman. The scarlet woman is the complete opposite of a passive woman. Back in the day, you had, women who were satisfied with being, you can say, housewives and, playing the background. Nowadays, in the times of the scarlet woman, in the times of Babylon, in the times of abominations, we see women with swords in their hand, who's more aggressive, who's more sexual, who's more open and free to think. We see a complete opposite of what we used to think a woman was. It's just that we were miseducated, because we also see the hierophant. The man, he's seated on the throne, whereas the woman has the sword. Most of the time, or in the old days, the man had the sword. The man was the warrior, and the woman was in the background. Now you have the man in the background with the woman in front with the sword. Now, going back to Babylon to bring all this together, she is represented by the card Lust. As we see, she is the queen of abominations. She is the deity of the outcast. the have-nots, those who are victims, those who are mistreated, those who are labeled as abominations or fuck-ups. She is their queen because she embraces all. Babylon is the sacred whore. What makes her the sacred whore is because she denies no one. So although she may be a whore, she may be a promiscuous woman by nature, she rides this wild beast with several heads, stomping on the souls of the men in the background that you see at the feet of the beast. You see faces, and also you see sperm cells or semen or sperm hitting the eggs at the top. And she holds it within her hand. One hand holds the lust of life. The other hand holds the abomination or the beast. This is the energy of Babylon, because Babylon embraces all. Those who choose to embrace their sexuality, which is also an attribute of Taurus, because it is an earth sign, and earth signs are very sexual and fertile because it represents the land, it represents the womb. Moving right along. Babylon represents the sadistic and the sinister pleasures of life. Now, to tie all this together, Babylon, or the mystery, or the manifestor of the mystery, represents the realm of the grotesque. The realm of the grotesque, or the realm of disorientation or distortion, or as we say, the abomination, the realm of abominations. This is her realm. The manifesto of the mystery is hidden within sexuality is a sadistic and sinister pleasure. There comes a point in our sexuality where things that totally disgust us are embraced when we hit a certain level of, due to lack of a better term, horniness. As your horniness rises, you start to get more sadistic and sinister in your pleasures. Again, things that are totally disgusting to you when you're sober are embraced when your sexuality is at its peak, as we just seen with the picture of Babylon. She represents the peak or the lust of sexuality, to where you can embrace all abominations, where you can do things that would otherwise totally disgust you, but you hit a point where that sadistic and that sinister pleasure, that realm of the grotesque, can be embraced, and it is within that mystery of sexuality, that manifestation. Because Taurus, again, is an earth sign, so we're dealing with manifestation, where manifestation takes a supreme seat on the throne, where the grotesque replaces what we consider to be saintly or holy. The grotesque is in charge. When we say we are in the end times, Babylon is coming, Sodom and Gomorrah. The realm of the grotesque is a level of consciousness that allows you to embrace things that otherwise would be overshadowed and thrown away. And the embracement of the sadistic and the sinister pleasures of life allows you to open yourself up sexually, sex magic, and manifest at a rate and a level that is otherwise not accessible to those who have not reached their peak in their sexuality. So we'll leave it there. Till then.